Hello, all Israel News viewers. I'm Oriane Moran, and I'm coming to you guys from a parking lot in Tel Aviv. And I'm going to show you guys around Tel Aviv. And we're going to figure out together if the things that we're seeing online, that Tel Aviv now looks like Gaza. I'm going to put these little videos that have been circling around the internet so you can see what I'm talking about. We're going to figure out together if these things are true or false. Let's get to it. The Home Front Command told us that it is now safe to go out on the streets. The threat of the rocket was intercepted. And so now taking you guys out to the streets of Tel Aviv on Rothschild Street. Rothschild Street is a pretty popular street on a normal day, not during times of war. This street is filled with people and, cars and buses. And you can see that right now the movement here is a bit minimal. The reason for that is that there are still the limitations that Homefront Command puts in place to keep the public safe. And let's talk to some locals about what is actually going on in Tel Aviv. Let's see what people think. So you're seeing these photos that have been circling the internet for, at least a week. You guys are local Tel Avivians. Are you aware of this? Is this true? Have you seen it?
לא, לא כלום. נראה פה כמו עזה, ואנחנו יושבים ברחוב, ושותים את התה.
Nahon, people are saying it looks like Gaza, but you're saying that you haven't seen anything like that in Tel Aviv.
לא, חד משמעית, לא ראיתי כזה דבר.
זה לא נכון. אני גרה כאן בשנקין. זה לא נכון.
אז את גרה כאן ואת אומרת שמה שרואים כאן זה בעצם פייק? זה לא אמיתי?
לא.
קודם כל זה באמת אכן נראה כמו עזריאלי, אבל זה אין שום קשר לתל אביב.
אין?
לא.
זה נראה כמו תל אביב.
זה לא כל כך נראה כמו תל אביב. לא.
לא.
זה היה יפה. ארז כזה,
ארז כזה.
אין מצב. זה לא קיים.
Let's actually see one of the places where there actually was a missile that hit. There was one casualty and more people that were injured. That building, you will see, is also taken down pretty quickly because it's basically a safety hazard. And so we're going to actually see, or at least try to see that site, and try to see if we can get some more opinions on the street.
This is their dream. That's what they dream, and that's what happened today. And this is the Arab imagination. And we know that their imagination is very far from the reality. So it's the joke, not... We know them.
I've arrived at the place of impact, and I want to draw your guys' attention, first of all, to 32-year-old Marianne de Vera. She was a foreign worker that was working in Israel, and the ballistic missile did hit a direct hit right over here. This building that I'm going to show you guys was actually right on the side. The building that had a direct hit is now basically taken down for safety issues. So I'm going to show you guys as much as I can because this place is closed off. You cannot have access to it. But I want to show you guys what real damage is and what fake damage is because the internet is circulating all kinds of things and we can see that in actuality this is not true. You lived here in this building that had a direct impact right next to it. I just want to ask you how you're feeling. First of all, I'm really happy that you guys are safe. But how are you feeling about seeing your apartment and being here?
I think it was impacted the whole area. It's not just that building. The experience is that you don't know what will happen a minute after. Like you feel that you lose everything you had. Like we don't have a home. And you need to switch your life to handle stuff that you never thought that you will handle.
The impact is very real.
Yeah, it's real. Like I'm not working for the last 2 weeks since it happened. I'm just trying to understand the whole bureaucracy around that, which is not easy at all.
I have these photos here of, they're basically photos that they say that this is Tel Aviv, that's Azrieli. On the other side, you have like another neighborhood, but we know that there's only been one place that had a direct impact in Tel Aviv that had this kind of damage, and unfortunately it damaged your house. But why do you think that people sort of circulate this kind of, AI images?
Because they love hate, and they are driven by hate. I hope that will be stopped, and because I think we all everywhere want to live a quiet life. I don't think they're real, but you know, it can happen. You know,
Can happen.
like what you can see here, it's a small version of what you are showing here. So it could happen, and I think we need to stop it as soon as possible.
Hopefully we'll have better days. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I went into the adjacent building. You can tell that there is extensive damage that is done to buildings or even adjacent buildings when stuff like this happens. But the fact of the matter is that still, as much as I try, I cannot find those places that they're talking about. And so, what's our conclusion? Our conclusion is that yes, these things can happen and extensive damage can be done, but I'll turn you guys around. It's not the damage that people are talking about. So you can see, even with that direct impact, all the buildings around are still standing. And so we know that, you know, as much as there can be partial truths that real damage can happen, it's nothing near what we're seeing on AI or these videos that have been circulating around. It's very interesting walking around to actually, you know, take in the damage. Like, you have to sort of think to yourself, how is it that people can come to a conclusion that what they're seeing on the internet is actually real or not real? And we're here to actually show you guys what's going on. And so you can see that I know I'm about, you know, 2 buildings away, and you can see that the damage is real. You know, these people cannot live in their houses right now. They're trying to find apartments. So you can say that there's almost a very fine line between what's real and what isn't. And we're here to actually show you guys the truth, that what you're seeing on the internet, you have to actually do your due diligence to research to see if that is actually the truth or not. And that's why it's really important to follow sources like All Israel News and Israeli sources that will show you the truth, because it's very, very clear that you cannot rely on this world to show you, you know, the unbiased truth. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more Israel-related content, go to allisraelnews.com, hit the notification bell, hit subscribe, and we will see you with true news and unbiased news in the next one.